Hello folks, this is Margie Roy from 3dcuts.com, and today I'm doing the tutorial for my Tea Light Village Academy. This is one of my new buildings being introduced in 2021. Tea Light Village is a collection of many buildings that's been around since 2013, and I've been adding buildings to it every year. You should go to my website at the address shown on the screen to look for additional information added onto this tutorial. I put updates there. Also on my website at this address is a page where I share photographs of how people have made and displayed their tea light villages. You will find all kinds of creative approaches to this particular project. Be sure to check that out and get inspired. Let's get started. Now I've already cut out all of my pieces. I use Nina Index cardstock, which I get from Amazon for my Tea Light Village. I find that to be a white cardstock that cuts beautifully. And with these tiny little windows, you really need something that cuts cleanly. Now, there is the main part of the building, the front of the building, the two little roofs, plus we need wax paper to cover the windows, and that's where we will begin. On the inside of the building, all of the windows will be covered with wax paper. You can use wax paper, tracing paper, parchment paper, anything that is translucent. In putting these together, my glue of choice is art glitter glue. It has no glitter, but it's a great cardstock glue. It dries clear. I also purchased this small bottle and transferred it to it because of this tiny tip, which is great for this kind of project. There's links to all of these kinds of things at my website. What I want you to do is, first of all, we're going to cut squares that will cover the windows. I just do this with regular scissors quickly. Then I will take the art glitter glue and trace the areas. Let's see, I want the clock to say 9 o'clock, so I'm going to flip this over and do it this way. It doesn't really matter, but I want it to be 9 a.m. Outline each of the windows with a little bit of the glitter glue. Maybe a dot in the center of each one, and definitely on the hands of the clock. And then take this and glue it into place. You want to be careful that you don't go over any of the dotted lines or the openings for the doors. If you do, you can simply take an X-Acto knife and gently peel that away. Now, I'm going to continue to do that on all of the windows on the Academy. There we go. Now we have all the windows in place. I am going to make the front entryway and attach that to the main building before I assemble the main building. We will take the front entryway and we will fold on all of the dotted fold lines toward the back. They all fold in the same direction. This large opening here is not a window. That is a pass-through between the main building and the entryway, so that when you add lights, if you use string LED lights, you can put some in the front tower. Okay, there it is, all of the folds. I am now going to start putting this together. I will start by applying art glitter glue to the long tab. And I'll bring this over and glue it into place. You like to try and keep things even and square when making buildings like this. Okay, on the top, there are 4 tabs that go down, and then the tab on the roof here. I'm going to put glue on all 4 of these tabs. and on this little tab here on the roof that gets tucked in. Bring that around and tuck that down inside. It's helpful to have long tools to get down inside and press these tabs into place. Art glitter glue dries very quickly. I like about 4 seconds of press to get it to hold well. Square things up here. And I'll wait till it's on the front here before I add the roof. I'm going to have these doors open in, so fold them just a little bit. I don't want them wide. Now this will get applied here. Put art glitter glue on the back piece because it's the smaller of the two. It goes right down these two edges, across the bottom, and then in this area up here. I will take the building, I will line up the bases and the two spaces. I can take a pair of tweezers and hold along here to get this to firmly attach. There we go. Now we can fold all of the folds on the building, the main part of the building. These go toward the inside, which is away from the front here. Okay. Take the art glitter glue and apply it to this end tab that'll bring the walls around together. Match up the bottom corners and that edge, again, making sure things are square. And hold for the count of 4 till it adheres. Make sure the bottom is even. And now we're going to glue on the roof. I start by doing the 2 tabs which are closest to the roof. Bring my roof up and squeeze those into place. Then I'm going to fold this back so you can see what I'm doing. I apply the glue to the next 2 set of tabs. And to the outside of the tab here on the other end of the roof. That gets tucked in. Bring it around. Tuck this one in. Reach inside there and squeeze it into place. And then press these eaves into place. Here goes our academy. Now this little roof goes onto the top of the tower here. You apply glue to the tower. This building was inspired by the school that I went to in grade 1. My town had a 4-room wooden schoolhouse that all the first graders went to. It is no longer there. Next, you fold the larger roof in half. It will fit on here, like so. And again, we apply glue to the roof. The notch fits around the clock tower, and we hold it in place. And there we go. Tea Light Village now has an academy. If you want to add lights to your Tea Light Village, there are 2 ways to do it. You can use the individual little tea lights that light up and have batteries in them. The village was designed for these to fit inside them quite nicely. Or if you're going to have a bunch of them, you can use one of these LED string lights that has 50 lights on it. This runs by a remote, and it's easier to turn them on and off with the remote than turning on and off all of these little tea lights. I have links to these at my website, and this is how I light up my tea light village. Lighting it is optional, but it certainly makes a stunning display when you do add lights. I'd love to see photographs of your Tea Light Village set up. Please send them to me at 3dcuts.com. Thanks for watching, and happy crafting, everyone. Have a great day.